Hi guys and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin and this is episode 124. Snap, I just lost track of the stream. Oh, why is it moving, man? There we go. Cuban, no chance for Bitcoin, XRP music marketplace, and Binance defends Matic. Now, if you're catching the stream live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you are thinking now. If you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And yeah, so thank you guys for being here. We got some people with playback, so awesome, man. Happy Tuesday night. I hope you're having a blast. I hope you're having a great week so far. Tomorrow, midweek, right? So again, things to look forward to the weekend. Remember, no stream on Thursday, no stream on Friday, and Saturday is tentative depending on whether or not I go out of town or not for the weekend. But I am planning on being here on Saturday right now. I will confirm that later on. Again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching and subscribing. So let's go on to the news now, right? So yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to this new console setup that I just got, where I have to basically not click things, but actually press buttons to get things through. It's not a stream deck. I'm doing with shortcuts on the actual keyboard, and I gotta remember exactly what I programmed or mapped out to where to make sure everything's working out fine, right? Anyways, chain the mic is still on. Yes, it is still on. That is amazing. So, okay, cool. Let's get on with the news, right? What is happening with the news, man? Dallas Mavericks billionaire Mark Cuban said that he sees no future scenario in which crypto flagship asset, Bitcoin, could be used as a reliable currency. Now, he said, no chance, Cuban said in an email to Forbes, answering a question regarding any type of future scenario in which he sees Bitcoin becoming a reliable currency. Now, he continued, not because it can't work technically, although there are challenges, it could, but rather because it's too difficult to use, too easy to hack, way too easy to lose, too hard to understand, too hard to assess a value. He also pointed out to a vast majority of other rival crypto assets available, adding that it's too much work for people to know why Bitcoin over everything else. Again, not really 100% there with Mark Cuban. I do believe that crypto does have its use. It's not that hard to use. Really, it's just you need an address, and then you can even scan a QR code to make sure you're depositing towards that address. So yeah, for me, I do believe it's really easy. Anyways, Cuban has not shied away from commenting on cryptocurrencies in the past, including his reference to Bitcoin as a bubble in 2017, as well as taking part in an initial coin offering for Unicoin Gold, a crypto asset associated with online sports betting operation Unicorn. UNIKRN, that's the name. Anyways, answering a question about future scenarios in which Bitcoin might someday become a reliable financial asset, he stated, it is a collectible. If you consider art or gold as a viable, stable financial asset, then yes, it can be. Also, the Mavericks announced Bitcoin as a payment method for tickets and merchandise in August 2019, as only the second NBA team to do so, according to an announcement on the Mavs website. The organization uses service providers BitPay as a means of Bitcoin payment processing. Now, we first took Bitcoin about 5 years ago, Cuban explained. No one bought anything, so they stopped. He said that they've decided to offer it again because the gateways become simpler, and if they have customers that want to buy it with it, then he'll take bananas or Bitcoin, you know? He says his job is to make it easier for their customers to do business with them. So again, I do agree that as a business owner, you want to make it as easy as possible for people to transact with you. And if part of those people are into crypto or into the crypto sphere and they want to pay with crypto, then yeah, you should give them a gateway to do so. Again, not 100% with all of his comments, but with some of the comments that he's made, of course, I do agree with that. It's not as simple as just taking out cash and pay or swipe a card yet. There are options where you can do that now, making it much simpler. But again, not everyone has them, and it's not as common sense for everyone yet. It's still on the adoption phase. So again, once it gets more adoption, it will be easier for people to start transacting with cryptocurrencies, and then we might actually see a grow of on the cryptosphere, right? Anyways, on to the next article. Bitcoin record higher lows every year since launch. And this is from a post by The Moon, or Carl. It says Bitcoin yearly lows are more interesting than the highs. These are the levels guarded by the true hodlers. He does say that in 2010 it was 1 cent, then 2011 30 cents, 2012 4 cents, so on until 2019. He's saying 3,350 with a question mark, and then 2020 he's calling the low at potentially 7,500. So again, what do you guys believe? I mean, I'm not gonna fact check him on this right now. I did get the article just before the stream started, so again, didn't really have a chance to fact check him on this. But if you guys want to do so, the post or the link to these articles in the description, and then you can find that post here on the article. I do believe that Bitcoin has been setting higher lows every time, which is good, but at some point in time, it's going to have to make a lower low. The market cannot always go like that forever, right? So again, that would be, let's say, naive to think that the market will behave that way. So again, let's wait and see how Bitcoin keeps on playing out throughout the end of the year, and then beginning of next year. I'm not 100% bullish on Bitcoin again until we either find a bottom or double bottom, or a signal on the market that might indicate a price or a trend shift in trend, right? We haven't seen that yet. So let's go on to the next article. Banco Santander has just redeemed a 20 million bond using Ethereum blockchain. Now, Santander had performed an earlier repayment of the blockchain-based bond that was issued on September 10, 2019, which purportedly showed that the public Ethereum blockchain can be applied to securities issuance across a full life cycle of a security. Now, John Whelan, the head of digital investment banking at Santander, tweeted today, December the 10th, we just want to perform an early redemption of a blockchain-based bond that we issued on September 10, 2019. This unequivocally proves that the debt security can be managed through its full life cycle on a blockchain. Then I think he's putting in parentheses, public in this case, closes parentheses. Then, anyways, Whelan, who also chairs the board at the Enterprise of Ethereum Alliance, a major global blockchain consortium, provided public transactions on Ethereum Block Explorer Etherscan to prove the transaction, as Santander acted both as an issuer and investor, and in the transaction, Whelan disclosed transactions on the issuer wallet and investor wallet. Now, as a blockchain technology continues to gain traction with a number of industries, Santander is evidently not the sole financial institution to experiment with this tech in the securities issuance. As reported in mid-November, or I think we did also call this one, HSBC started exploring the use of blockchain for issuance of fixed income securities in partnership with a Singapore exchange and the investment firm Temasek. Specifically, HSBC intends to bolster the bond issuance process and reduce associated costs by applying tokenized securities and smart contracts. Again, it's good that Santander was able to cash in their bond. I do believe it's going to drive a certain market for adoption. They're certainly going to be able to issue this product to other people that might be interested in using crypto as a means to like hold securities, right? Like bonds or any other type of investment that has a maturity date in which it can be cashed out. Anyways, guys, we do have 8 people tuned in watching. I'm not sure who you guys are. If you want to say hi in the chat, go ahead. I will say hi back, and yeah, awesome, man. I'm not sure who's watching, but thanks for being here, guys. We do have 8 people. We only have 4 likes. If you want to give me some likes, man, show some love for the channel. We are here. So, yeah, go ahead, man. Anyways, XRP is expected to get listed on London-based crypto exchange Luno, which was relaunched in Malaysia at the end of October. Now, VJIR, Luno's head in the Asian region, says that XRP getting listed in their platform is definitely a possibility. He states that Luno wants to expand its offering while remaining regulatory compliant. Now, what he actually said is, what we can say at this time is that we are planning to increase our cryptocurrency offerings as we grow, while keeping customer safety and compliance with regulation as our highest priority. Now, Luno's general manager for Southeast Asia, David Lowe, says that the listing of the third biggest digital asset, so in this case XRP, would satisfy their increased market demand. He adds that the token could finally become available for Malaysians either in December or early 2020. So again, they are really planning to get this done. So again, Ripple remittance use case appeared to be the main reason behind their decision, according to Lowe. So again, they're probably going to use it for cross-border payments, which is primarily one of the Hey, well, how's it going, Anonymous? Thank you for being here. It's primarily one of the markets that Ripple is targeting again. Ripple also has a remittance use case, which we are excited about. That's why we want to introduce it to Malaysia, as it allows people on the platform to access and learn about it and figure out new ways to use this technology for their benefits. Again, driving adoption, Ripple, it's growing on adoption, right? However, it's not only immediately clear whether Luno plans to utilize Ripple on-demand liquidity products. Luno recently obtained approval from the Securities Commission of Malaysia, becoming the first crypto exchange to do so, and this allowed the company to once again step on the country's turf. So again, driving up that adoption, becoming one of the main players on that market is going to be key for Luno. Anyways, they also went on to say that we're excited to return because we know the impact that cryptocurrencies and new forms of investment can have on Malaysian lives. Due to high banking rates and fast and forward-looking regulations in Malaysia, Luno is expected to become one of the largest markets for Malaysia, right? Malaysia is expected to become one of the largest markets for Luno, sorry. That's the idea I wanted to get in. Awesome, man. So I do believe this is certainly going to drive an adoption case for crypto in Malaysia, with them regulations becoming a little bit more friendly, especially with an exchange that is regulation compliant. Again, people are going to be safer or going to be more keen on buying cryptos because they know they're not doing anything illegal and they can go ahead with it, no problems, right? Anyways, on to the next article, guys. We're just rolling with the articles today, man. Ripple's director of product, Craig DeWitt, is rolling out a new digital marketplace that will allow musicians to sell their songs online for XRP. The platform is going to be called X Songs, apparently, and the platform utilizes Payburner, an integrated payment system built on top of the XRP ledger. There's no fee to upload or post songs. The musicians will receive 100% of the revenues from their sales through peer-to-peer or XRP payments. Now, the marketplace won't support legacy payment methods, but will allow creators to set their own price. Now, DeWitt says the short-term goal of the platform is not to make money, but to create a thriving product that increases the usability of XRP. Now, he went on to say, if you can build a product that drives significant value to the market, monetization will not be a problem. Then there's a quote here that he's saying that I'm not 100% sure. I haven't fact-checked it. He said, Uber loses money on every ride they give, but they're building something incredibly valuable. I doubt they're losing money on every ride. Again, not really buying that one. Anyways, the product is currently in beta for the uploading publishing side of the marketplace, which will include wallets and the ability to manage music. So again, if you're a musician and you want to be get paid in XRP, this might be a marketplace for you, right? You can sell your music. I'm not sure how many musicians are going to adopt this off the bat. Certainly, the platform has to launch. It has to gain adoption. And then maybe you'll start seeing a return there. But again, I do get that it's a step away from the large music studios, which take large commissions or chunks of money, and then artists can sell their music free without all that hassle, or at least seek recognition on that marketplace. And then they'll just get paid directly without having to go to an intermediary. So again, flow of money will probably be simpler, and they'll earn... they'll probably get paid better than the way they're getting paid right now. Anyways, ads coming in. Sorry about that, guys. You know my channel. I do have Spotify with ads running. Why? Well, because I'm not gonna pay for Spotify because I already have Apple Music. So, and the music that I listen to is only in Spotify. This is the royalty-free music that I found that I like for the channel. So again, not much I can do with this. Anyways. He does say once we've gotten enough music uploaded and finished building the front end marketplace, we'll turn onto the purchasing side of X Songs. This will be the front end to allow anyone to buy songs. That'll likely happen in a few weeks after the publishing build-up phase concludes, according to the Ripple executive. Now, again, it's going to depend on how many people they actually get to post their songs on this marketplace. Not 100% sure how many people are going to do that, but again, let's wait and see how this keeps on developing, right? I do believe it's an interesting product. Certainly some DJs might want to sell their music there and get paid through there, right? On to the next one, I have 3 articles for Binance, short-ish, an article for Litecoin, then we'll be moving on to the market. Binance is using non-fungible tokens for one of its holiday promotions this year. Again, non-fungible tokens are usually non-value tokens. I don't believe they can be traded. So they're just mainly for collection value. Anyways, according to a recent tweet, Binance is planning to release 6 batches of NFTs that vary both in rarity and design. The NFTs will be minted using the ERC1155 token standard, but the exchange plans the tokens to be BEP7 once it's complete, right? It appears that these NFTs can be earned for completing specific tasks throughout the duration of the promotional period. The first week will begin on Tuesday, and Binance continues to be highly bullish on NFTs, decentralized applications, and blockchain gaming. In addition to the NFT giveaway, Binance also recently publishes a report on blockchain use cases in gaming, and even acquired Decentralized App Review, or DApp Review, a Beijing-based database platform for dApps. Anyways, Ethereum-based crypto payment network Matic has described a baseless claims that he's manipulated the price for its token after it crashed 60% in minutes. I do believe we looked at Matic yesterday upon your request, Anonymous. It was a good call that we looked at it. Again, there's news that are starting to come out with that. Anyways, in a blog post on December 10th, executives addressed community participants who saw the value of the project in-house Matic token lose most of its value hours before. Anyways, they did say we want to strongly state that the allegations of token movement from our foundation account made by a fraud account against Matic team are completely baseless. That was the post from Matic. Anyways, Matic was one of the first so-called initial exchange offerings to raise funds on Binance Launchpad, the dedicated incubator for crypto exchange Binance, right? That's the incubator of Binance. In the face of criticism, however, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao was keen to defend a homegrown project from potentially unfounded criticism. Our team is still investigating the data, but it's already clear that Matic team has nothing to do with it. That's what he wrote on Twitter. And then he added major block holders were to blame for the volatility, and he actually stated a number of big traders panicked, causing a cycle going to be a tough call on how much an exchange should interfere with people's trading. Again, I do believe that if you're in the stock market and the stock seems like it's manipulated, they can place a stop on the price, and then trading would resume afterwards, right? They do like run some sort of small investigation. I've seen those stops happen. I'm not sure how to describe them in right now, but again, they do happen in the stock market. Anyways, Sandeep Newell, the co-founder of the company, said, "Just woke up to this nightmare due to a distress call by someone. It'll be clear very shortly that we're not behind this. Some FUD accounts are trying to insinuate. We'll post detailed analysis and we'll come out with stronger than ever from this evident manipulation." Now, again, like I said, Changpeng Zhao said the team is still investigating, but it's already clear that Matic team had nothing to do with it. And then Nick Core, a crypto trader, actually went onto Twitter to state, "This narrative that a number of big traders panicked is absolutely horseshit." That's his words, not mine. "I respectfully encourage you to show some kind of data that at least suggests this." And then you have a whole bunch of tweets that are out. I'm not going to go into them. If you want to look at them, you can come in here and look at the article. Link is in the description, guys. Then you have all these jokes. Matic didn't kill itself, just like Epstein, right? So again, you do have all this stuff going on with this. I do believe in the crypto monkeys here. Yeah, crypto monkey, right? Look at the goddamn chart and tell me this is not an insider job, big pile of inorganic, right? So again, yesterday when we looked at it, right, I said, man, it looks like a dump, man. It looks like someone dumped on that. We weren't sure who. I did find another article right before the stream started. It says Xspring releases new XRP tools, XRPL 1.4.0. Again, this article came out at 7:04 p.m. So just as I was doing everything for the stream, so pre-stream, I haven't had a chance to read it again. This is not in the descriptions. I just saw it on Twitter feed right before I jumped onto the stream. I opened it. I do believe it's short. I'm not gonna go into detail, but again, if you guys want to look at this, it's an article, and the name is that, right? Xspring releases new XRP tools, XRPL 1.4.0 released. So again, if you're into that, you can go check it out. I don't have it right now. I haven't read it, so I'm not gonna give you guys any briefing on it or any thoughts on it. But again, on Matic, we were talking about yesterday about this dumping, right? So again, sorry, didn't want to go there. Where is it? Matic. There we go. And we're talking about this looking like a kind of like a dump scheme, right? And then you could say that it was pre-pumped and maybe someone shorted it, and then that's potentially why it fell. And someone probably made a big profit on this fall if someone was shorting Matic. I'm not sure if you can short it. I'm not sure where to short it. Again, I don't trade this token in particular. But again, if someone was shorting the market, they'd probably make a really, really nice, some really nice dough on this, and then they probably rode the wave up again. So again, probably someone made money on this. Anyways, we're gonna jump onto that other segment that I do like a lot, and it is our technicals part of the stream, right? So again, just 1 second, bear with me. I have to wait for that little Twitter feed message to clear out before I actually jump on to the next part. It makes it, if not, it makes the video play extremely laggy, more than usual. So again, video is still laggy. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make this run smoother. There we go, guys. Awesome, we're back. I do have a message from an anonymous user saying, "Chatter, reason for the dump was to settle a divorce." I'm not sure, man. It could be a reason, right? But again, it would certainly seem like it's manipulation of the market. They can argue it's to settle a divorce, but then again, someone dumped that, and that is not right. Anyways, looking at the total market cap again, I'm not sure if I did this yesterday. We're looking at sort of like a symmetrical triangle forming. Right, and then again, here it could play just like it regularly does in the market. Again, you can ignore that one and still go here and use this, right, and call this FOMO, this long wick, and it would sort of make sense. You have 1, 2, 3 touch points, again, making that symmetrical triangle. I usually don't like to ignore data, but this seems to make sense for a symmetrical triangle to play out, so I'm gonna keep it there as we can keep on looking at this, right? So there we go, awesome. Couple touch points again. What happened yesterday with the market cap? Yesterday, opening at 194.12 billion, closing at 191.10 billion, sitting at 3.24 billion dollars market cap. Losing 3.24 billion dollars market cap. A 1.67% move to the downside. Right now, opening at 191.25 today billion, sitting at 190.52 billion. A $191.61 million move to the downside, or negative 0.10%. Again, market just moving, doing its thing. Again, not really too worried about this yet. Still more or less within a range. Again, like I said, we're kind of like just trading within this triangle. So again, not too worried about market cap. Let's go into Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin losing dominance is a good thing. Again, bouncing of that 20 MA, not the best. I do want to see this lower. That'll be better for the crypto market. Again, yesterday, losing a little bit of dominance, 0.03%, from an opening of 69.16, closing at 69.12, a 0.05 move to the downside, just in percentage-wise. And right now, sorry, I believe I had another message. Sitting at 69.13, or plus 0.01% move to the upside. Again, still looks red here, but it's green. You can see it up here. You'll see the plus, right above the, yeah, see? Plus 0.01. Again, that's it for this on the for dominance. So let's go into the actual price. Bitcoin sitting at 7,204.32. We're talking about movements to the downside, right? We had this divergence, hidden bearish on the RSI, MACD histogram against the price. We're still seeing it play out. We're starting to curve off a little bit. We'll probably find out why on the shorter scales. We don't have anything else developing on the larger picture, except that we're below the 20 MA with contraction starting to come in on the Bollinger Bands. Again, volatility leaving the market, and when that happens, we get some tightness of the Bollinger Bands, and then we get an explosive move. So where are we at with this, man? Positive momentum dying out, that's fine, but sitting low on the RSI at 38.33. Again, sold, and we want to tend to come back to this neutral area. Two ways we do it, right? We do it quickly and we snap back, or we just kind of float sideways. Could Bitcoin chart support a 2.6 thousand December 25? I guess that you're saying if Bitcoin could be at 6,200 on December 25th. Yeah, maybe, man. I'm not sure. Let's see this, man. Look at this chart, man. Look at this chart, man. This one's cleaner. Awesome. Here we go. 6,200. That will be somewhere around this area, right? Sorry, I'm gonna try to pinpoint it here. There we go. I guess it's gonna be close enough. There we go. So that white line, yeah, maybe, man. You do have a bottom somewhere near that, right? This wick did go to 6,500. So again, it wouldn't be weird if we revisited that, create a double bottom, right? Once, twice, and then we bounce from there. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a reason why it couldn't. We're still below that 200 MA. So again, I'm bearish on Bitcoin. Not 100% sure that the price is going to pump to the upside yet. I haven't found anything to suggest that. The only thing I do have going on is that in the shorter term, if we ignore this, this will be one bottom, this will be another bottom. But again, you usually see double bottoms coming from an uptrend, from a downtrend, right? A major downtrend like this. And you get that double bottom, and then you bounce. So again, I wouldn't call this part that's happening right now a double bottom, although we might find some support around this area where we're sitting at and potentially have a bounce, right? We're almost sitting at this same low that we're here. Again, positive, so no negatives going on. The more major trend for this, right? And I'll trace it here. It's downsloping, right? That's the thing I have with this, man. That's my gripe with Bitcoin, right? And that's why I believe it could go there. Again, that seems to make sense. 1, 2 on the top, 1, 2. I believe 3 on the bottom. This also touches and gets out of it briefly. So again, very valid downsloping channel. Again, some support, some respect for the mid part. We have one here, using that support and resistance throughout the chart. So again, it does make a valid downsloping resistance, right? That mid part of the channel. I probably should pinpoint it, and then I would get better touch points. But again, see, there we go, touch points after I pinpointed this one. But then again, I will also have to pinpoint on the bottom, and then there we go. We kind of lost them again, right? So again, this I would have to fine tune. There we go. It seems to be fine right now. So we're seeing some resistance around that area. Again, below that 20 MA, contraction of the Bollinger Bands happening. High, lower, high, less positive momentum. That's fine. So what we had here and what I had traced was that hidden bearish divergence, price action to downside, right? So again, you're going from a negative, right, to a higher positive momentum, and going lower on your price, again creating that divergence. Also on the RSI, apparently you would have it here. It would be RSI would be at 44.71, and over here will be 44.70. So again, more or less a straight line, not like 0.01%. You can call it a straight line, and you'll be fine. And you'll still be creating you won't be creating a divergence there, at least for the bullish part. But again, so again, I'm going to get rid of this. You're not creating it. You just have it here on the RSI, at least on this chart. I do believe in the other chart we also had it in a shorter time scale. But again, we are within the downtrend that we have failed to break out of. So by December 25th, let's see, that would be around this area. Let's see if that downsloping channel will support this, right? December 25th, there we go. I'm going to trace a straight line to keep that in track, and to drag this channel. Awesome, there we go. So I moved to the downside. We said like 6,200. Yes, man. It would seem to be an area where we could actually hit within the channel still. It certainly put us at this bottom part of the channel. Something that could potentially happen, as you mentioned, right? You could still come down here, right? Hit that 6,200-ish area. You can come somewhere around here for that negative momentum, right? Create divergence. Right, that wouldn't be weird. That would be completely normal for this market. Create divergence, bullish, strong, and then hit that pump, right? Or try to pump. Again, that's probably what could potentially happen. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but yes, if you're asking if there's a possibility, yes, there is a possibility, dude. Right now, I'm more concentrated on the shorter term stuff, because the short term is going to tend to point us towards a larger term. So again, yes, on the daily, it seems that you could go, especially with this hidden bearish divergence. We do have that triangle going on. So again, we could break it to the downside in a move of that triangle. Sorry, I had it on this chart, I guess. This chart, no. I'm trying to figure out where I had this triangle charted, and I think I lost it. So I'm just gonna sorry, I placed it somewhere else. We do have this going on, right? So again, there, and I'll ignore that and go with those touch points. There we go. That would seem legit right now, at least for this quick exercise that I want to do. And that move from that low to that high would also put you at, depending on where you break, very near that 6,200 area, right? So again, there's some indicators that could show that you could go to 6,200, right? Breaking this symmetrical triangle to the downside would be one. keep on moving and dropping slowly, right, as you float throughout this downsloping channel could be another one, and those both of those could certainly put you at around that 6,200 area. But again, there's also a chance, since it's a symmetrical triangle, it could break either way. There's a chance you could break it to the upside on the next touch you do to the upside, and then that measure move would get you, depending on where you break, but at least 8,500 area. So again, it could go either way, right? It's symmetrical. You can break before this and at least dip below that touch somewhere around here, like I said, creating that divergence, and then get that pump. We're gonna have to wait and see how it keeps on playing out, man. It's too soon to make an actual call, but yes, it is valid that it could go either way, right? Again, to the upside, it also would make sense. We do have this retrace zone that is at 8,501. It's close to this. So again, we do have stuff that could happen to both sides. Let's wait and see how we break this triangle. When we break it, then we might be able to get a better clue as to where the market could go, right? That's how we're going to play this one right now. For the longer term, for your question, for what you're asking, right? Keep track of this. If you see this break to the downside, you know where to go. If you see this break to the upside, you know where we could potentially go. Again, very valid points, both of them. Again, this is still developing. You can go on these islands, right, where you go like this, and get this small psych, right, this small island, like psych, and then you bounce back up. So again, it's not a possibility that you do a fake breakout to the downside, and then you actually pump to the upside. Again, once you break out, you had to wait for confirmation that you're outside of that pattern before you actually make a call. That's going to be it for the Bitcoin on the 4 hours. So yes, there's a chance that it goes both ways, right? Right now, still moving down. Awesome. I think we kind of called that the other day. So again, let's go into the shorter term. Oh man, look at this. What you know, yesterday I think, or 2 days ago, we called divergence, right? Hidden. Sorry, not hidden, strong bearish divergence. Price action to the downside. And guess what? We're still breaking down. Impulse down of sorts, still on that downsloping channel. We have not gotten near that 20 MA still. Again, moving even lower and floating in this zone. Remember what we said, that we could come here and retest these areas? That's more or less where we're at right now. And again, after that, we do have these areas down here that we could go retest. That'll be that 7,075 area. I do believe I had placed one of these the other day around this area and also around this area, right? I just had one. I can't remember if it was this one, the one I had at 7,200-ish. And then the other one I had, I think it was down here. So again, or I didn't have the other one, sorry. But I did have one of those two for sure when I was telling you guys that it was a possibility that we could come and test these areas. Again, that negative momentum still building, starting to stagnate right now. So again, potentially we might find an area for a retrace. And we're sitting sold on the RSI at 31.00, heading towards that oversold area. It wouldn't be weird if we take another dive, hit oversold, create some sort of divergence, and then get a pump going. That'll be it for Bitcoin on the 4 hours. Again, nothing going on here divergence-wise, right? Low, lower low, positive, negative, more negative momentum. Even as you're going down, more negative momentum. Also lower on the RSI. So let's go into the 1 hour. What is happening on the 1 hour, man? We talked about this the other day, right? Impulse down, upsloping consolidation. You break down, you're upsloping consolidation. You're gonna break down again. We had this the other day. I had this out. So again, we're gonna break out. I'm not sure if yesterday it was out or not. I do know that my charts are not saving for some reason, so I have to look at the charts at least for 1 or 2 days ago, and then try to recreate what I had talked about in the stream. Anyways, yesterday I think we were somewhere around here during the stream, 9-10 p.m. somewhere in this area. I do know that I had this, and I said, look, man, impulse down, bull pull, bear flag. Bear pull, bear flag. We're probably gonna break to the downside. Lo and behold, we broke to the downside again. Now, the only thing that we have going on and why we're bouncing right now is that you have this going on, and wait, because we're going to negate it in a second. We have this going on, creating bullish divergence, a strong bullish divergence. You don't have it on the other side, you just have it on the MACD histogram. Price action to the upside, you're getting it being weak around the 20 MA, and guess what is happening, man? I do believe we are creating hidden bearish divergence. Yes, we are. We're going from a positive momentum to a higher positive momentum on lower price. Again, congruent with our MACD, with our 20 SMA right now. And again, facing that at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. at my time, Central Time. And again, I did kind of see this coming, price action to the downside. Again, I was pre-stream. I was doing working on the news segment. So I didn't call it out on Twitter. But again, I was seeing this play out. just as I got home. But again, I'm not sure how strong this is going to be. I am waiting for this to come down, create divergence. Right now, we seem to be making some sort of resist or facing some support right now at that 7,200 area. We've touched it a couple times. So again, let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out for Bitcoin. Sitting sold on the RSI at 37.01. We don't have anything else going on that we can call here. So we're going to move on to Ethereum, man. Ethereum, what is happening with Ethereum? Ethereum on the daily for dominance, you're creating divergence, though. I don't do analysis for dominance, guys. Again, it's very subjective. What could potentially happen? There we go. Create that divergence, right? Price action to the upside, you're getting it. Again, divergence is not necessarily correlated to positive price action. That's why I don't do analysis for divergence. Sorry, not for divergence, for dominance. Dominance is just that. It's just dominance in the market. You're going to gain dominance. Does not necessarily mean you have to hit a higher price, right? It just means Bitcoin is getting sold off. You could sit at zero, Bitcoin can sell off. You gain more dominance in the market. Your price stays stagnant. Again, does not necessarily correlate to price action to the upside. That's just how much is dominating, how less susceptible it's going to be to movements of Bitcoin, right? That's why I look at dominance for. Anyways, opening at 8.33, closing at 8.34, closing at 8.37. It's 0.33% move to the upside. Right now, moving to the upside still very little, 0.03%, sitting at 8.37 still. Yeah, that's it, man. We're going to go on to Ethereum price, sitting at $145.19. Price action to the downside on divergence. We had called it out, right? Playing out beautifully, facing that resistance at the 20 MA. Again, contraction of the bond bands coming in. We're seeing we're seeing that volatility leave the market again. Same that's happening with Bitcoin sitting sold on the RSI at 36.45. We cannot trace anything else here, so we're gonna move on to the shorter scales, guys. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. We do have 8 people in. We only have 6 likes. Awesome, guys. Show some love, some support, right? If you like what we do, you can retweet our tweets and help us bring more awareness to the channel. Yesterday, we got a solid from Notorious XRP, who gave us a shout out and certainly brought some people in. I'm not sure if you guys from yesterday are here today, but again, if you are, do say hi in the chat. I don't bite, and you guys are friends of the channel. So again, we had divergence, right? Bearish, hidden bearish, price action to the downside. We got it play out. Again, we're bouncing here off something, but really because I do believe Bitcoin bounced, not on anything else. Again, we don't have anything on the shorter term on the 4 hours that we can call out. Going to a higher high, which does make sense. We did create some divergence here on the 1 hour. I can see that this is from the 1 hour. Again, I'll send it there. Showing on my 4 hour chart because it makes no sense, right? I can see that it's floating in the middle of the air. That's how I know it's from a shorter time scale. There we go. That movement to the downside, being ushered from that divergence, I just deleted it. Not deleted, sent to the 1 hour. We don't have it on the 4 hours. Again, movement to the downside still happening. We're finding a bounce area, but we're not finding it on, let's see, man. Did we get to this low? No, almost. Yeah, man, not really. I was looking back here to see if we're doing something different, right? So this will be our major low. I'm not using this one. It's a very small island. This one doesn't even have a native island. It's just 0. So again, I'm not using this one. But this one would be the nearest one. And this would be our lowest low, right? And this is negative 0.37. This is negative 0.46. So again, much lower here. And that's why I'm basing myself on saying that this is not happening, man. Negation. Right, it's not gonna go. It's just not divergence there yet. But probably on the 1 hour we do have divergence. Anonymous sending a point, saying, theoretically question: could it be possible for a Q comp to mine an entire block of Ethereum? What would be the US dollar amount for the block at current prices? Snap, man. I'm not sure if a quantum computer could mine a whole block of Ethereum. I'm not sure, man. To be honest with you, you are stumping me with that question. It's a very valid question, man. Have you heard anything, or why is that question out? Do let me know, though. I am intrigued by your question. It does make sense. It's a question I never heard before. I'm trying to figure out how much is in an Ethereum block. I'm not sure, man. Let me see. How much Ethereum on an Ethereum block? How many Ethereum are in a block? Yeah, currently the maximum block size in Ethereum is around 1,500,000 gas. So wait, smart contract to have complexity of 21,000 gas. It could be for 70 transactions a block. So gas complexity of 21,000 gas. So you can fit around 70 transactions into a block. So I guess 70 transactions, man. I'm not sure how many Ethereums you can have per transaction. So I'm not sure they're limited. So again, yeah, your question is very valid. So how many Ethereum blocks are mined on a daily basis? 6,000. The Ethereum block reward: when a block is successfully mined on the Ethereum blockchain, the miner receives 3 Ethereum as a reward. After Constantinople, they received 2. Right now, they did have I'm not sure how much they're receiving right now, man, to be honest. But again, after Constantinople, they were at 2. Right now, I'm not sure if they're at like 1 and change or something, or 1 point something. I'm not sure, man. Again, I'm not that much into Ethereum overall. So, yeah, I'm not sure, Anonymous. I'm not sure if a quantum computer could mine an entire block by itself. It probably can. It's probably just going to get the same reward that someone else would get for mining the block, right? Let's go into the 1 hour. In the 1 hour, we had divergence, price action to the downside. We talked about it the other day. Moving down again, nothing here that we call divergence until right now. That's what we did, this hook, right? Hook, and now we're sinking on, ambulance or Popo 5-0 going by. Again, lower on that RSI. So again, no divergence on the RSI. You do have bullish divergence against your MACD histogram. You're getting a pump, again, very weak pump, not the strongest looking one. We'll look at this chart as well. See, this one is a little bit better. We're kind of moving down violently right now on Ethereum. Why? Well, we kind of had, and I'll trace out this one because we had it here. Same stuff that happened with Bitcoin, right? We're going a high to a lower high with more positive momentum. Again, creating hidden bearish divergence. You do have it. Price continuation. We're within a downtrend. So again, price action is likely going to be to the downside, and that's what we're seeing play out right now on Ethereum. Again, awesome stuff that's happening, right? Again, is Bitcoin also doing that move to the downside right now? Yes, it is, man. Again, see, we called that divergence. We weren't that low, I think, when we were doing the chart. We're just sitting at this line. We're still moving down. Again, trying to break back into this other down following channel. Like I said, we could come down here, create negative, a lower low with less negative momentum, and create divergence, and then try to pump again. Maybe we'll catch the divergence also on the RSI on that next movement to the downside. That could potentially bring a pump to the upside for Bitcoin, right? And also for Ethereum. It's looking like it's the same. Again, the market is following Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is dominating. Bitcoin is taking the market and doing what it wants with it, moving it left, right, and telling it where to go. Anonymous, i.e. 12.5 thousand per block at 145, more than 1.88 million. I'm not getting your comment, bro. I'll recheck it though. Give me a second. Let me go through the market and I'll come back to retouch on the Ethereum. That way, it's when I have to like cut the stream into parts. If I do have to cut into parts, I do the market analysis and then I'll take all the questions towards the end, especially those questions though. When I finish with the Binance, I'll look at those. All right, cool. What's happening with Ripple dominance on the daily? Yesterday, getting dominance, getting above that 20 MA, nice. Sitting at the yesterday a 0.81% move to the upside. Right now, on doing that move, 0.97% move to the downside. Again, not the best looking for Ripple, but again, above got tongue twisted there, above 5.05%, which is good for market cap for Ripple. Again, above 5, I'm happy. So let's go on to the price, sitting at 22 cents, 22.015 to be the full number. And again, remember how I'm calling prices to the downside here. I do have this line going on. I do want to come touch it somewhere. The longer it goes, the less steeper I'll make it. But again, so long as it's lower than our previous low, that's where I want Ripple XRP to go, so we can find that divergence and potentially bounce from there again. Yeah, so again, we have divergence, price action to the downside, right? Hidden bearish divergence, still playing out. Sitting sold on the RSI, 37.13. Nothing else I can trace here. except to move to the 4 hours. On sorry, I didn't call it contraction of the Bollinger Bands, right? Like we're seeing with everyone else, contraction of the Bollinger Bands below at 20 MA. Let's go into 4 hours. On the 4 hours, man. Snap! I don't want to do that. It's gonna take me to an ad. There we go. Now get rid of that. That's what I wanted to do. And yeah. Cool. On the 4 hours, man. Are we doing something? Low, higher low, more negative momentum. Yes, we are. We kind of are. I'll take this one. It's as good as any other one. We'll go here again, creating a higher low, but again going much deeper, right, on that negative momentum, creating hidden bullish divergence, price continuation, right? We're probably gonna see price to the upside again slightly. We did get that nice pump. We're undoing it right now on this new 4 hour candle. Again, nothing too exciting going on with the market. A lot of down motion, sideways motion. The pumps are not that strong. This was a nice run for Ripple. Undoing most of that right now. If you want to throw fibs to look at it, I'll throw the fibs and then I'll get rid of them. I just want to see how much we have retraced so far. I'll take this low as the major low and then move this to the high. And then we retrace almost to that 618, the 0.2183, the end of the retrace zone, let's say the major retrace zone, right from 382 at 386 to that 618. Again, we're bouncing back and we actually hit that 382 in this area. Again, and that mid part of the channel is just confluent with that. And we're seeing that rejection of higher prices. Why? Probably on the 1 hour we do have hidden bearish, and that's what I'm banking on. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it's very slight, right? With this red candle here, where it opens, it's much lower than this. So again, sorry, much higher. So high to a lower, right? Going from a low to a high. And same stuff's happening here with the RSI. Creating hidden bearish divergence, price action to the upside, right? Now this is from the 4 hours again. Sorry about this. Sometimes they do play ball, sometimes they don't play ball. All these indicators, or these lines that I throw in the chart afterwards, do tend to shift when I change views, and they shouldn't, right? Okay, cool. So we have this. That's why. Also, right, we had from here to here, we're creating divergence. I think I called this one out yesterday. No, because this was already in the morning, so it was 2 in the morning, so I didn't call this one out. We did go down farther. Again, since my charts are not saving, I don't have the full data of what I called the day before. We did go down, right, lower low, less negative momentum, price action to the upside. We got that pump, failing at the 20 simple moving average, going to a new lower low. And again, this is within one island, so again, all this is land divergence. You can still go here and it's valid because you're going from one island to the next one and you're getting that pump. Again, very valid way to trace this. You also have it on your RSI, and it would be better if we trace it this way because it will be congruent with the RSI as well. Even here it was congruent with the RSI, but this just played much stronger. So again, I'm going to call this the valid bottom for this divergence. And again, we got that move to the upside, getting us above that 20 MA. But again, that bearish divergence, hidden bearish divergence we created is moving us to the downside. That's why this is moving to the downside, right? Let's get on with the show. Where are we going to go to now? Litecoin. Litecoin on the daily. Moving yesterday price action to the upside 0.76%. Right now moving down 0.07%, sitting at 49% of market cap. Price of Litecoin 43.93, so $43.93. Again, we had this hidden divergence, price action to the downside. We're seeing it play out, moving down just like everyone else. Sitting sold on the RSI at 33.13. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I called the 1 hour RSI for Ripple. I'll call that out real quick. Neutral at 43.80, and then I want to just check, see if we had this going on here. See, in this chart, we don't have that divergence I just called it, right? Well, we do. It was a straight line, so we're just moving straight from here to here. Right, sorry guys, I just gotta make sure I do have this calls out. It's not the same, it's really not. This should be higher for this to be hidden. This is just a price moving to the sideways and not here. I'm just gonna check on this chart as well. This one does have it again. I was looking for for another chart, make sure we do have the same stuff going on. Sorry, man. I'll do this real quick on Ripple. I already had it out. It's just going to remind me that we did it here. And yeah, we did have this divergence. It's valid. We have found it at least on 2 charts, and that's where we're going down. Anyways, Litecoin on the daily. Divergence price action downside. Nothing else developing, so nothing else we can call. Sold on the RSI at 33.13. Let's go into the 4-hour, man. The 4-hour, we had hidden divergence here, creating strong divergence in this part, right? Type 1, Class A. Moving to the downside, we knew it was going to play out. We called it out a couple days ago on the 8th. We're still playing off this. Again, impulse down, sideways consolidation, impulse down. Upsloping consolidation. It's probably going to break us down again. Low, lower low, more negative momentum, also lower on the RSI. Nothing really going on here with divergence. Sitting at 36.86. That's it for this, man. Again, Litecoin not doing very much, man. It's just following the rest of the market. Again, not the best coin, not the best performing coin. Ripple's not the best performing coin, but again, not the best performing coin overall. Contraction of the Bollinger Bands on the 1 hour. Moving to the downside, strong. We got it. Weak at the 20 MA. That's probably what we broke down. We also probably have some divergence going on. Again, impulse down, upsloping consolidation, impulse down. Let's see what's going on here, man. Ads from Spotify. Awesome. Let's get rid of you guys. You guys ads. There we go. Let's play this track. Cool. What's happening in the short term? Yes, we had divergence, right? That's why we got that pump to the upside on the shorter scales. We'll go from here to here. We'll go from... I don't want to do that one. There we go. I'll get rid of this. There we go. That's one I wanted. Cool. We're doing this. And do we have it here on the RSI, though? No, we don't have it on the RSI. Cool, man. We got a new subscriber, Rachel Camacho. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Awesome. Thanks for subscribing. Do say hi in the chat, though. Nice to know you're here. I hope you're liking the content. And yeah, awesome, man. Thanks for subscribing. Awesome dudette, girl. Yeah, gal. Thanks for sub. Okay, cool. Price lower, right? We're going higher here. Again, creating that hidden bearish divergence. We also have it on the RSI. That's what we're breaking down, man. The whole market is doing the same thing. Again, it's not nothing particular that one coin is free floating, doing whatever it wants. The whole market is just doing whatever everyone else wants to do. So really not much, man. Moving down again below that 20 MA. Let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out. We just opened new candles right here. I just saw it open. We gotta wait for this to move somewhere. Again, we're probably going to retest that 20 MA besides before we actually pump down. I don't have anything going on that would suggest that this pump is finished yet. So yeah, that's it for this on the 1 hour, man. Let's go on to Binance, right? What's happening with Binance? Binance on the daily, price action to the downside. Sorry, not price action, market dominance to the downside. Losing dominance 1.92%. Right now, gaining a little bit of dominance, 0.11%. Again, today just opened a couple hours ago, right, guys? This is the candle from the 10th of December. This is the candle from the 11th. Again, the market does close at 0 GMT, so 0 Greenwich Meridian time, and then it just where we are. We're minus 6, I think, right now. It's about 6 hours ago, right? Yeah, 4 hours ago, 6 hours. I'm not sure what time frame I'm at right now. With the new times, I used to be minus 5 UTC. So I'm guessing right now, so it closed at 0 UTC. Right now I'm guessing I'm minus 6 UTC. Yeah, I can see it down here in the corner. You can't see it, but I'm minus 6 UTC now, so that's why. So 6 hours ago we got this candle shift. Yeah, that's it for Binance on the dominance. So let's go look at the price of Binance. Sitting at $14.76. Price action to the downside on this hidden divergence that we called out again. Moving down, we don't have it on the RSI, we just have it here. Sitting sold on the RSI at 34.10. Nothing really we can call on the daily. There's really nothing developing on the daily. Again, being a little bit boring on the daily time scale. So we're going to go into the 4 hour. In the 4 hour, we did have divergence, right? Once, twice here. Again, pumping to the downside again. This is probably from the, well, we did have it here on the RSI. That's why I had it. Bullish divergence, price action to the upside, creating this second divergence, right? This second bearish divergence, strong against the RSI and against the MACD histogram. Price action to the downside, man. We're getting that move. It's a violent move to the downside. Again, contraction on the Bollinger Bands also happening, right? You can see them tighten here against where they're here or here where they're very open with a lot of volatility. Volatility leaves the market. We get explosive moves to the downside. Again, trying to consolidate up sloping right now. sloppy but upsloping, right? It would be something like this. That's what it would look like right now. I want to wait for more candles to develop before I actually call this one out like that. But it's looking something like this until now, and I just make sure this in the 4 hours it's going to stay here. Again, since sold on the RSI at 31.27 and a couple hours ago, so at 6 in the morning, we were sitting at oversold at 23.98. So I'm going to go back into the 1 hour and figure out what's going on with Binance in the shorter term. I do believe we called this one out yesterday. We said divergence, right? Bullish price action to the upside. We got this pump. This was pre-stream, and then we were starting to move down, and we wanted the price to go down still to create more divergence. We talked about it being a possibility. We're still going down here. We're still going down here, and even here we're still going down. Again, creating that divergence price action to the upside. We pumped a little bit, failed at the 20 MA, and then we took that dive. That's why we dived. We dove because we failed to get above that 20 MA, man. We're weak, man. The market is bearish. So again, that's one of the reasons why we're moving to the downside. Change this track. This is the intro song. Let's go with this one, see how it plays out. Now, what's going on here shorter term? I'm trying to gauge here that no, we're not. This is the longest we did. It was a negative 0.37 and negative 0.41. So again, lower than the previous low. No divergence going on here. Are we doing divergence on the RSI? Not even, man. We're even going lower. So again, just going with the market, bouncing because the rest of the market is bouncing. And again, right now rejecting. We don't even have a positive momentum island here, or nearest positive momentum island. I do believe would be this one over here. So we're way back here. So we could even go here, which is almost at 0, right? This is 0.001. So we'll take that one as our high. We're going lower, right, and creating positive momentum. So we'll go from 0 to that high, right, creating that hidden bearish divergence price action, price continuation. Of course, a downtrend, we're going to move down, right? We don't have it here on the RSI. We're going lower. Again, just have it on the MACD histogram. So that's it for this, man. We just finished the market. If you guys want to set up any coin requests, do throw them up on the channel and we'll look at coins, stocks, market, whatever you guys want. Now, Anonymous did post a question. I was trying to figure out what he meant. He says, for example, 12.5 thousand per block at 145. I'm not sure what 145 you're talking about. 1.88 million. I'm not sure, man. Maybe. Let's see. 12.5 times 145. Yeah, it does give me 1.812. But again, I'm not sure why or where you got those numbers from. I just did the math. Yeah, it does work. Again, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna sure they're gonna get paid that much per block, man. Like I said, currently when a block is successfully mined on Ethereum blockchain, the miner receives after Constantinople 2. I'm not sure where it's at right now. And I'm not sure if that quantum computer and all that technology that you have is going to pay out the block. Just one block does pay to Ethereum after Constantinople. So not very much. And they're probably going to move to proof of stake, right? Now that they launch the new hard fork. So the mining is going to stop. Now it's going to go on to be staking. So I think after Istanbul, they were going to include staking as proof of stake instead of proof of work. So mining is probably going to be going downhill on Ethereum. Either that or they were proposing it for another update. I can't remember exactly right now. But I don't know that they were talking about something else, right? Yeah, so what is block reward? I'll check that one out, though. Something different here. There we go. Cool, man. I'm getting a track to play. This track is a little bit slow. We'll change it to something else. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I do need to go look at somewhere else. Like I said, Ethereum reward dropped to 2 after Constantinople, so I'm not sure if they're still at 2. But that was what it was at, right? So again, yeah. If you guys like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Again, I do appreciate each and every one of you. I do appreciate you guys are here for this stream. Awesome, guys. Thank you for being here. Again, happy Tuesday. do let me know if you want to look at something else, Anonymous. Sorry I took a little bit while to get to your question. Chainlink, good entry. Okay, yeah, let's go look at the link. I do have an analysis for Link already. Here it is. We haven't done it in a while, though. I can tell because I don't have anything on the chart since back here. So probably I haven't looked at Link since November 22nd. Let's look at the daily and figure out what's going on, man. Is it a good entry point? Well, you got to remember something. If Bitcoin goes down, Link is probably going to go down. If you believe it's a good entry point for Bitcoin, it might be a good entry point for Link. Sitting above that 20 MA, contraction happening on the Bollinger Bands. Sitting above that 20 MA, price action to the upside. Let's see this, man. What is this at? 0.01909, 0.02, 0.0102. So slightly higher, right? So we're going to be slightly higher on that positive momentum, but we're going lower. Again, creating hidden bearish divergence. We might get some price action to the downside again. Price continuation. We might move down again. Just keep it in mind. We don't have it on the RSI. Sitting neutral at 47.33. So again, a move to the downside could be supported because you're not really sitting sold, where you're already exhausted or getting tired of being that low on the RSI. So a move to the downside could certainly come. Again, we're seeing this stagnation happening today. Not so sure if it's a good entry point yet. I would like to look at other information. You are pumping, though, on this divergence, right? From here to here and from here to here. And let's see if you have it on the RSI as well, man. There we go. On the RSI, no, you're going lower on your RSI. So again, you don't have it on the RSI, you just have it on the MACD histogram. Divergence, that's why you pump. Again, just like everyone else, creating that divergence on hidden bearish and pumping to the downside, or starting to move to the downside. Wait and see how this keeps on playing in the short term. On a daily basis. If this keeps on moving down, then this divergence is very real and we could still drop. If this starts to move up, then this divergence is still dominating and you can keep on tracking this, and this would still grow, and this would still go higher, and this would still grow until you get above there, above here, right? You're gonna be creating hidden bearish divergence, so you're gonna break down at some point in time. But right now you do have it, and apparently you are moving down on this new candle. Again, that's it for this on the daily. Let's go into the 4 hours for Link. Let me go back to the daily because I just brought stuff from the daily into the 4 hours, and I don't want this stuff to be cluttering the smaller scales. Sorry guys, something I have to do on the stream because for some reason it doesn't, that rule that I apply once does not stay, and it just wants to come back and keep on messing with my charts. So let's go into the 4 hours. Hey, what's up, Highlight Reel? How's it going? Thanks for being here. Again, in the shorter term, right, from here to here, you're creating bearish divergence, right, moving lower on that positive momentum, also on the RSI, indication of price action to the downside. So we just got one indication of price action to the downside on the daily, right, with this hidden bearish. Here we have strong bearish, at least within this candle, not from the previous island, but again, within this island, we do have it, suggesting that you're going to get price action to the downside. So that's the second time you get, right? Are we gonna go see 6K on which coin? Highlight Reel, Bitcoin, I'm assuming. Maybe we just talked about that. I'll do a recap of that after I finish Link, right? Because Link was requested by Anonymous. So let me finish Link and I'll go look at Bitcoin again, and I'll tell you why I do believe we might see a price action to the downside again, and why 6K or 6.2K is possible, but also 8.5K, right? Right now we're trading on Bitcoin within a symmetrical triangle. I'll show you that once we get there. We did have divergence right here, going to a lower low with a less positive momentum, right? Going like that. Again, see that pump again coming in. Very nice. But again, this divergence right now, slant divergence within the same island, could potentially see this move down. So again, wait and see how this keeps on playing. Again, this could keep on building. This could still go lower, right? And this could still keep going like that. But at some point in time, if you have this divergence, you're gonna break down. Right now, you do have it again, so I would expect a price action to the downside to happen. Again, it's still on developing, right? Because this island's still on developing. That's why I said you have to keep on tracking it, because right now it's not set in stone. Once you look back at history and you see this, right, that you can like easily spot out and call, then yeah, it's already played out. But when we're calling it here in the stream, we're live, and this is still happening. This is still live. This still has not confirmed, still going to the downside, although we're still stagnating on here on that positive momentum. But again, have to wait for this to keep on playing out. Let's go into the 1 hour. Sorry, I didn't call the RSI. We're sitting high, bought on the RSI at 64.23. So let's go into the 1 hour, man. On the 1 hour, we do have that divergence as well, right? That bearish divergence. High, higher high, lower on that positive Momo, and also lower here, right? Again, you do have it twice. Again, price action downside, you got it. Trying to bounce. So we're going to see how this keeps on playing out. The 4 hours is indicating that price action to downside. Again, this is from the 1 hour. Sorry, guys. Again, I do have to do this for my charts. Otherwise, they do become cluttered, and it just makes it really weird for me to keep on doing the analysis. Sorry about doing this on the stream. Again, like I said, I do need this stuff to stay where it's supposed to, right? Otherwise, when I go into the other time frames, it's going to be very messy for us. And it's not going to be good for the streaming in particular, right? So again, let me make sure this stays in the 4 hours, doesn't go to daily, and this one also stays here on the 4 hours, and sorry, doesn't go into the daily. There we go. So we have 3 indicators that the price might go down right now. Daily, hidden bearish. The 4 hour, strong bearish. The 1 hour, strong bearish. And on 2 of the other oscillators, on the 4 hours, you have it also against the 2 oscillators, and then on daily, you just have it against the RSI. So again, good entry point. I'm not sure, Anonymous. Apparently, the market tells me right now the price might go down. Unless Bitcoin pumps, this might pump. But again, market right now telling me this is going to go down, and your price action should potentially be to the downside, right? Let's go on to Bitcoin for highlight reel. Thanks, highlight reel. We'll look at Bitcoin again for you. Here we go. If you're still here, let us know you're here. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe, hit that bell. But let's go look at this and see what's happening, man. Again, we had divergence, right? Price action to the downside. We're moving down, finding some support here at 7,200, right? We're still sitting at 7,215 right now, close to where we're at when we were doing this analysis. Again, we do have this divergence on a couple of the oscillators. Again, price action to the downside still playing, has no signs to stop. But again, here we have a bottom. Here we're creating another bottom. So again, we are finding a good support, not a double bottom per se, but a good support. A double bottom would be back here where this bottom is, right? That's where I would call a double bottom. But right now, this would be a second bottom to this other short-term bottom. What chart was it that I have it on? I think it was this one. All right, cool. Here, I have this triangle, right? On the daily on Bitcoin, we're trading within a symmetrical triangle right now. We have this bearish divergence that is pushing us down, and this is a measure move of the triangle, right? So I took it from the high to the low of the triangle, and depending on where we break is where we're gonna get our movement, right? So a couple things that could happen, right? And let's go into the more macro first. You're in a downsloping channel. You're within that bottom part of the downsloping channel. We do have the 25th as a target because Anonymous said that potentially by the 25th. So I said, yes, man, it does make sense that by the 25th, because the 25th is this line, and that low is at 6,118, right? So again, a move to the downside would make sense because of that, one, right? We're in that downsloping channel. Two, we'd come down here, go lower on that price, create less negative momentum, create divergence to get a better pump, right? That's two. That's another reason why it could go down. And market psychology could potentially have us go there. Right now we're sold. That's the only thing I have against it, right? Even though you could be sold and still go down again, this would potentially reset a little bit. Maybe we get that move to the upside, right? Touch that upper part before we actually move down again. Get more mature into this pattern before we actually move down. That could be a potential way that we could reset, right? Get this to neutral and then take that dive and really, really calm down here again and really get this price lower. That could be a way it could play out. But again, being in a symmetrical triangle, your shorter term structure, right? You could break either way. Maybe your next run to the upside breaks you to the upside and gets you all the way up to 8,600s area, right? So again, it is a possibility that the market could also go up, right? So I'm not sure if you're still here with us at Highlight Reel. I hope you are. I was talking about why it could go down to that level. If you are, do say hi, man. And we'll keep on playing the tracks. Again, I'm pretty sure I already played this one, but ads from Spotty makes everything messy. There we go. Yeah, so I think we lost Highlight Reel, man. I'm sorry, Highlight Reel, if you're not with us. But again, I just did the analysis again for why Bitcoin could go down, but also pointing why it could go up. Again, symmetrical triangle breaks either way. It's a 50-50 chance. We got to come back up here maybe to retest. We're probably going to first test that 20 MA. If we get above that 20 MA, then we'll see where we actually go, right? That's the target right now, the 20 MA. If we break this to the downside, like make sure we confirm we're below that, and then we could start planning for that move to the downside again. If we break to the upside, make sure we confirm a close. Make sure we're not making one of those fake breakouts where we break out and then we psych and then we like pump with a lot of strength, just like it did here, right? Here we had a sort of structure that we're saying it could potentially go. See, it'll be something like this that we had. See the structure, a down sloping triangle, right? Or if you wanted to, because here we had those touch points 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and then we kind of broke down, and then we actually pump. Some people would say post facto that this was a falling wedge, and yes, I would agree it's a falling wedge afterwards. But if you were tracking it on a day-to-day basis, then yeah, every day you would have kept on mapping and charting, and then you said yes, we have a double bottom. We also have a hammer that developed, and then we had that pump to the upside. Right, we had this small hammer. In other charts, it's a little bit better, but again, yes, we ended up developing a kind of a fallen wedge, but at some point in time it was actually a symmetrical triangle that we were developing, and you could say we had a fake breakout and then one of those reversals, right? Again, stuff like this does happen in the market. That's why it's important to keep on looking at the market every day as it keeps on developing, and that's why sometimes when someone asks me to do the analysis, I look at the previous data to get sort of like an idea for the flow, where we're coming from, what's the sentiment of the overall commodity that we're looking at. And then make a call on the shorter term, right? Even though the shorter term is what we usually want to see to get indication where the market's going to go, the longer term does give us an idea for the flow that we're seeing, right? Awesome, man. Any other requests, do put them out on the chat and we'll check them out. Otherwise, we'll call it a stream. It's 10:19 p.m. Again, new candle opening on Bitcoin red, sitting below these 7,237. I do believe that's where I put my last white line. Sorry, no, that's the 618 actually. That's 7,238. I have that line over here where I actually threw it out, and it's almost more or less at that same area, right? That 7,199. That's why I got a little bit confused there. Again, new candle opening. We kind of dipped below it, trying to stay here on this level, but again, has a long way to go. Still has 40 minutes to go. Very young candle. Again, showing some indecision right now. Why? Because we have a flat doji actually moving 0.02%, almost nothing against the previous candle, and some weeks to the upside and downside. So again, not a lot of motion going on there. Tesos, XTC, yes, I do have a chart up for that already. So we'll check out the Tesos. Man, those guys were the ones that were tokenizing real estate in London, right? Apartment complex. Tesos, what's happening with Tesos, man? On the daily, we had divergence, right? Bearish price action to downside. We got to play out again, pumping up above that 20 MA still. Notorious, how's it going, man? Thanks for being here, man. I'm not sure how long you've been here with us, bro, but thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's going great, man. Having a blast for sure, man. Talk about the market, you know, it's a lot of fun for me. And yeah, when you guys show up and say hi and stuff like that, it does really make my day, man. Again, I'm extremely happy you guys are here. Let's see what's going on, man. Again, do we want to consider this? Yes, this is still positive. So this is all one island. So Tesos, right? From here to here again. You're going from here to here, creating strong bearish divergence. And you would also have it here, man. Even from here, I guess you would have it, right? From here to here, slightly lower. Again, that strong divergence, price action to down, so you're breaking down. Again, you're probably finding some resistance to try to stay up, but you did went out all the way outside of the boundary bands, trying to come down again. Probably going to head towards that 20 MA. But right now, the only signal that we have in the shorter term on the daily, it's bearish. We don't have anything bullish on the bottom part, right? No, actually, I lie. We did. Now that I'm looking at this in the shorter scale, I do believe we do. Yes, it's very slightly going up here, and very slightly going down here. Again, creating hidden bullish divergence, price continuation. That's probably why we got this pump of that continuation, right? We're in an uptrend. But again, getting exhausted at this area. Probably going to see price action to the downside again. That's why I'm expecting shorter term for Tesos Let's go into the 4 hours, man. I want to send back this to the 1 hour. Again, like I said, stuff not staying where it's supposed to. I did this already for a couple of the other coins, and it doesn't want to stay there, man. So it's weird when stuff doesn't stay where it's supposed to, right? Sorry, man. One of the problems of doing live streams is that you tend to bump into all these small, quirky little mishaps, and it's live, so you have to put up with them and learn how to keep on talking while you're fixing stuff to not make the stream boring. It's another skill I'm picking up. Cool, man. What's going on here, man? Let's see. This, I think this is higher, man. Let's see this. Is it higher? Yeah, 0.1883, 0.187. So very, very slightly low. You can even call it sideways. But it's slightly lower, right? We'll call it slightly lower. That's where it actually is. And it would give us some sense, right, to us going higher and this going lower and potentially breaking down. Again, that's probably why we're breaking down, right? Even if you wanted to go from here to here, you would say that on this shorter step, right, you want to do a higher high with less positive momentum still also on the RSI, right? It will be happening. So from here to here. And this is 77.39 and this is 76.91. So also this is going down. So when you have divergence going on, bearish, you could call it one shot from here to here, from here to here, or from here to here, ignoring those peaks, and that will be fine. This divergence still bearish, strong. Price action to the downside, breaking down again, bouncing up, facing that 20 MA and rejecting, man. Not very strong bullish sign, rejecting that 20 MA. Did my computer just freeze? Okay, cool. Something happened, and now everything is stuck. Bid on forbid. I have to do. Forbid. Do have you in the background because working in the studio. So it's great stream. Awesome, man. Thanks. I'm not sure if you guys can still hear me. My computer seems to be frozen, man. I know I'm talking, and I can see myself moving on my copy stream. Yes, this is fine. But the rest of the stuff that is going on is just stuck, man. I can't click anything, man. And the music just stopped all of a sudden. I can't do anything. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to do a Control-Alt-Delete. I hope this doesn't crash. It's not responding for Control-Alt-Delete. That's weird. I'm not sure why this... There we go. I think the mic wasn't on, man, and I had no way of knowing. So let me go back here a little bit after crash. Yeah, the mic wasn't on. Hef me. I crashed, and then the mic stayed muted when I came back live. Yeah, that sucks, man. I didn't have anyone spotting me. Awesome, man. So, what was I talking about, man? Sorry, guys. The stream crashed. It just went nuts for a bit. I'm back, and sorry about that, man. Yeah, I should have checked the mic levels when I came back in, and I didn't. I thought the sound was good, and yeah, it's a new lesson for me. After a crash, go back and check mic levels because I was talking here, and yeah, you guys can hear me. So, okay, cool. We had divergence, right, on the daily, right? We called it out, bearish, price action to downside, blah, blah, blah. We went through that one, strong bearish. On the shorter term now, we do have this one from the 1 hour. And again, stuff, I got to keep on doing this right now through the stream. Let me go into the 1 hour. Make sure that the 1 hour stuff that I drew stays there. You're going to say, man, I draw lines everywhere. That's fine. That's my way of doing analysis. I do call the hiddens and the regular divergences. Right, so let's see these, man. Sure, all this stays in the 1 hour, man. Now I'm going to the 4 hours and look at the 4 hours. There we go. Cool, man. So what did we have here, right? We were talking about this. I was talking about this, but you guys couldn't hear me. Anyways, and then, yeah, no one told me the mic was off. Yeah, it sucks, man. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we had a hidden bullish divergence price continuation. That's where we're getting this pump, but filling out the 20 MA, just like I was saying when I came back from the stream. So for the stream, so that bearish divergence, right? Price action to the downside. We got it to play down. Now we had this hidden bullish, again being weak around that 20 MA. Again, what is happening, man? Well, on the 1 hour, we get to see, right, that we had divergence bearish once, twice, going to a zero, to a negative. Again, price action to the downside. We also have it on the RSI, right? We're going down every time. So again, going lower, creating those divergences as well. Price action to the downside. Then we do have this other move, which we don't have on the RSI, which is hidden bearish divergence, price continuation. That's what we're seeing these candles go down, right? Again, on the shorter term, on the in-between that hidden bearish that we just created, we did have bullish divergence, which ushered this price move to the upside, right? Awesome, man. So that's it for this, man. I'm not sure. I think I lost everyone. Haven't been able to recover you guys after I came back online. I'm sorry about that. Stream went live after, and yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I do wish I was here a little bit longer and the stream hadn't crashed. It would have made this much more fun. Again, so sorry about that. We do have 5 people viewing. Hi, guys. Or hi, new guy. I'm not sure how many people we have live right now. I think it's 5, 4. Again, trying to get back on this. Sucks that this crashed, man. Really trying to figure out what else is going on here. Yeah. Awesome. When I came back on, the sound wasn't going on. So again, I'm still checking, make sure everything is back on the line. We have 5 people watching. Thank you guys for being here again. Thank you for coming back into the stream if you're coming back. It crashed when I had 9 viewers, man. It's just a shame. Now we have 5 people watching. Thanks, guys, for coming back in. Yeah, I just finished Tezos, and I was just taking coin requests from you guys. So if you want to give me another coin to look at, I'll definitely check it out. We had already finished going through the market. We kind of talked about everything prior to my PC crashing. We talked about potential targets. So if you're here and you want to let us know anything, really, do post a coin or ticker for the stocks or commodity that you want to look at, and we can check it out. We're taking requests right now, so that's where we're at on the stream. Pre-crash, we were looking at Tezos, came back, finished Tezos. If you do wind back too much and you don't hear my voice, I did notice that the mic was off afterwards. And I was talking for like a couple of minutes there to myself because the mic really wasn't playing back the sound, which was really weird. Anyways, yeah, like I said, taking requests from you guys live, so you guys let me know what you want to look at. Again, ads from Spotify coming in. I'm going to go to this playlist again and play something different. There we go. This sounds like it's going to be a nice track. Again, Bitcoin price action downside expected. Again, holding this area of 7,200, right? Kind of talked about that, and trying to see where we're going to go from there. Yeah, that's about it, man. I guess we're going to call it a stream. I'm not sure I want to get people back right now. Yeah, sorry guys, stream crashed again. Yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. I guess. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Again, you can follow us on our social media. I just put out the Facebook out there for you guys to follow us on Facebook. I'm not that active on Facebook. I'm usually more active on Twitter and on here. So if you guys want to get in touch with me, those are the two main media sites that I'm working on right now. I am working on getting more stuff for Instagram, although I have to work on getting really more content for Instagram. That would be it. But really, if you want to follow us, it's easier for you to connect with me here on Twitter or on, here on YouTube and on Twitter. And then Facebook, you can send me a message if you want. It's also at the State of Crypto. And I will reply to you as soon as I can. I'm also on Reddit. On Reddit, I'm using a different handle, so that's I do have to create a State of Crypto handle for my Reddit, and you can also guys connect with me there. But yeah, man, I think we're gonna call it a stream for right now. I'm putting out all the social media so you guys can follow it. And yeah, that's gonna be it, man. Again, guys, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. I'm your host, Martin. It's been a pleasure hosting you tonight, talking with you about crypto, the news, and the markets. So, yeah, go home. Talk to your friends, to your buddies, to your colleagues. Let them know that crypto's here. Let them know that crypto's here to change the world, change you. I'm just kidding, man. Talking about crypto on anyone, man. Let them know that we're here. We're a really friendly crypto channel. We do like what we do. I like what I do. So again, if you like to hang out with us, that is great, man. We want more people like you that want to hang out and talk about crypto. You can come in here and talk about whatever you guys want, right? But again, crypto is usually the topic of conversation. That's going to be it for tonight, guys. I am glad that you guys came here, spent time with me on a Tuesday night. I wish you all very well. I'll catch you tomorrow night. Remember, no stream on Thursday, no stream on Friday, and stream might or might not be on Saturday, depending on whether or not I go out of town. The times are also on the ending screen and on the beginning screen. And yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, it's been a pleasure. I hope you have a lot of fun tonight. That's it.
Let's make a movement. Let's make a movement.